Ship's log, entry 10-11. Communications officer St. Cecilia woke up to find herself bound with a balloon animal and placed in the center of the party. Most of the crew seemed to be here, either under duress or under the same confusing spell that had been cast on Cecilia earlier. Also present was Lisa, who seemed to be reluctantly preparing St. Cecilia for a lethal ritual to obtain more thrill joy. Trizzy and Bill regrouped and battled a duo of slimes during the attempt to find a bozo flower. They were successful and managed to retrieve the last sample of bozo flower available and return to Dr. Jovan. Further research is required into bozo flower, as I believe it would make ice cream extremely addictive, increasing profits overall. The cure would, however, prove to be lethal to the space clowns, but it was the only plan the Resubian had at the moment. The ship's officers were reunited in captivity and had their weapons and supplies taken, including the vial of teleportation. Their only hope was to perform such an amazing show that the space clowns would feel satisfied with their celebrations and leave. But failure would certainly mean deadly consequences.
All right, so the setup of this episode is simple. There's a big rager going on. The Resubians, some clowns showed up, and if you throw a sick enough party, they will be satisfied and leave. If not, you'll have to fight your way to Lisa to get back the antidote to the thrill joy, and there will be pretty severe consequences for releasing that. But that is a potential end to the arc, is you just killing these clowns.
Okay. What room are we in? How many people are in it? And what are the exits?
Great questions. So you're on the entertainment deck. The clowns have set up a big top here in front of the movie theater. If you're imagining a modern American shopping mall, is how I'm thinking of it. And there's all these exits, is to say, from this promenade. Ooh, the promenade from Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Aww. Yeah.
We're all on that same page. Sorry, audience, if you were born much more recently than we all were. I would say there's 24 clowns and twice that many crew members partying, and it seems like that under
a lot of clowns.
Yeah,
I was really expecting 4 or 5 clowns.
Well, that's another thing, is it's hard to tell who are clowns and who are under the influence of the spell Friends. Yeah. Which space clowns can cast at will, it's not full-on mind control, but it makes the victim believe that the caster is their friend, and it makes them party. And that is how they are able to keep the crew under control, when some of them obviously would want to leave.
Yeah, who's a clown and who's just been force clowned against their will and has cotton candy brain?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this place is pretty pumping. Some people are partying under, mind control, under Friends. Some people are just I saw some guns, and so I'm just going to try to blend in. There's a big mixture. But you three have been brought to the center of the festivities. There's a big pile of fireworks. They were going to do some kind of grand finale, probably involving St. Cecilia being on fire, because they need the revelry, which is it's an important component of making thrill joy.
So are we on?
Now I feel bad for not giving it to them.
Are we on a stage or?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to start painting me this picture. I'm thinking more of the center of the tent with the ring around it, and there's an audience gathered around. And before we
they're
started,
surrounding us.
Yeah, before we started, you said, are there going to be 3 judges, some kind of singing contest or something? And actually, there are 3 important clowns here. There's the one who has St. Cecilia's outfits and weapons. There's one that has Trizzy's outfit and weapons. And then there's Lisa, who has Bill Webb's knife and burning hole, I believe you named that weapon.
Yeah. Yes. I've fired all 3 shots and I have not rested, so I assume that I don't have any ammo in it at the moment.
Yeah. But those are,
sadly,
if we initiate boss mode, if we roll initiative to end the clown arc in bloodshed, those will be like the 3 you have to fight to win. Because once you get to her, you take her HP out, you'll break the vial, and the situation will be over. But
cool. And presumably right now, though, sorry, I'm just trying to. I want to make sure I don't screw anything up with all the things that I'm planning to do. So I just want to make. Make sure that like I know exactly where things are. So we've been disarmed. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay, so I'm just a duck with a vest right now. Okay, all right. In that case, all right. So here's Bill wants to huddle with the rest, with the crew. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. As a duck, and as someone with few performance abilities, what I think should happen is this. I think you two should do your fancy pants things that you're going to do. And if it works, then great. But if they are not into it and we need to do something else, I have a plan that I'm going to enact as part of my, and Bill tries desperately to use finger quotes with his wings, with my performance. So let's try to sing and dance or whatever it is that we can do. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to start wrecking shit with subterfuge.
So I get the idea. I understand what you're going for, but also I get the feeling this is the kind of crowd where if we are gonna win this through performance, we're gonna need you to at least. We're gonna need you to try and perform.
What would you like me to do?
To some degree.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know. You could be part of a pratfall routine. Like you're the straight
fall.
man that we make do the falls. Like I'm walking to the shops. Oop, I tripped over and fell in a pie.
I'm confident I can
they'll
fall.
eat that shit up if they'll eat that shit up if it's you, the serious person. Oops, I fell in a pie. Now there's pie on my bill.
All right, but I am saving my let's kill these guys plan in case it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I know it is smart to have the let's kill these guys plans in the back pocket, but like, yeah, I feel like if you're like, oh, I'm doing a routine, but also like half of the routine is me like being ready to do the kill. I feel like they're gonna pick up on that. I feel like assume that that's not a viable plan until that has to be the plan.
Okay, then I am down for what? Then what is our performance related plan?
I mean, I have some bits of plan. Austin, am I still separated from Gronk?
That's a good question. I assume if you flag down Lisa and say you need your hologram for your routine, she will give it to you. She'll be like, as long as it's fun.
Saint Cecilia is going to seem very concerned as all this is happening. One, because they don't really know what they're going to do, and then two, the other plan is to basically kill all these people, and that's going to be a really bad situation for everybody. So she's trying to like keep it together, but it's very clear she is in her own head right now.
Oh, I think I have the beginnings of a plan. I'm just checking something. Misty Step, let's person teleport. Yes, okay. My first thought, magic routine, like traditional magic routine. But having Gronk be my wonderful magician's assistant. The big finale is we raise the thing up. Oh, where did Trizzy go? I've used Misty Step. Aha! I'm over there. Magic occurred, which I realized that like stage magic doesn't have quite the same wow in a world with actual magic, but I'm hoping that the pageantry will be like, aha, how quaint.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a plan. We've got pratfalls where we make the duck fall over a bunch. Everyone's gonna love that.
There's nothing in Bill's backstory that says he doesn't know how to tap dance. So I could, I'm told that I can just say, I want to try the thing, and then I roll for it. So like I could say, and then build tap dances, and I roll for performance to see how well that works.
See, the way D&D works is, yes, you can tap dance. The roll will determine can you do it at all well.
Precisely. So, I feel like, I have a one out of something chance.
If the tap dancing fails, I'll get Gronk to put a foot out and you fall over, and then, aha, it was a comedy routine all along.
Solid. Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Can I rip off a portion of my outfit to create like an impromptu sling for my arm?
Sure.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything for it, or is it just great? I did an amazing job. I was Cub Scout.
I mean, we decided on the consequence, which still matters, but I don't see any other thing that it would affect. So,
I just realized Bill has a +7 to acrobatics, so I feel like I should be able to tap dance. That's what that is. I've decided. So,
I mean, yeah. So my intuition here is tap dancing is performance. And acrobatics is literally there's a trapeze here at the tent. So
then I'm doing that. I'm doing the thing that look. Let's all figure out what we're doing. Are we doing it all at the same time to like blow their minds?
That would be wild to just have 3 competing shows all going on at the same time.
Yes.
Look,
Let's overload them.
My read of these clowns is that they're basically like teenagers on TikTok that need like 4 different screens going at once to be mentally stimulated, and if we can just do enough things at once for them, like we got Temple Run going down the bottom, a Family Guy clip up the top, they'll be like, I think I enjoyed whatever that was.
Take that, TikTok teens.
Yeah, eat that. Whenever we are ready, I will roll for my trapeze act.
Yeah, because all 3 of you can't talk at once, there's a element of one after the other, just because that's how audio works. So I think we should do one at a time, and also just the natural build of responses from the audience here. So the scene is all these people are gathered around, they're all waiting. There's a big trapeze up there. There's a big mechanical elephant I talked about last episode at the front of the tent. It seems like armed in some way in case you want to get rowdy. There's a bunch of fireworks, but the 3 of you are now the focus. A spotlight comes down from somewhere. Lisa's emceeing the event, and she says, greetings, crew of the Rezubian. I'm your morale officer, Lisa. Thanks for joining me. Now, this party's been crunk for like a week now, but I think we can make 2 weeks if we all put our hearts into it. And let me introduce, we have Bill Webb, the security officer, Trizzy, the mechanic, and Saint Cecilia, communications officer. Everybody give it up. And everyone's like, the people who are under friends spells are like clapping enthusiastically. Everyone else, much more grudgingly. There's a weird, aura to this whole thing because a lot of it is like coarse and strange. So the clowns aren't digging it. They're like, you really need to turn this up. Like this party is getting lame.
Okay. I'm gonna go for it. I'm doing my trapeze as this is happening. So okay. Here I go. I'm just gonna roll for it and see what happens.
Trollbot.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. Because of the trolls, the 2 that I rolled, regardless of the +7, is a fail. So I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh my god, yeah. A 9 is almost average, but the troll botch, this constellation has been looming over the party all arc, twinkling outside the window maliciously. So I think the way this works is Lisa's like finishing up her spiel to the audience, saying, we gotta really make this one count. We're running out of juice. And she's shaking the, crystal carafe that had Thrill Joy in it. Because if everyone gets, crunk enough, they can have more of this powerful elixir. And then in the background, we just see fucking Bill Webb miss his jump and just plummet from the top and just slam into the ground.
It's pretty impressive that a creature that can fly simply forgot how and fell and landed. So all right, what do I take?
All right, you take 9.
Jesus Christ.
Oof.
Okay,
yeah,
so that was fun. Just did a bunch of math. A lot of math happened. Okay, so I'm at 13.
Can I try and play this off like this was a deliberate comedy routine by like throwing some food? I want to throw like a pie at Bill to be like, haha.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm bleeding.
Yeah, but look. If I watched someone fall from a big height and then a pie hit them, I'd go, oh, that was obviously deliberate. Well done.
I mean, let's turn into the skid. Go ahead.
Yeah, roll deception to try to play this off. The damage remains, but maybe not the dip in entertainment.
I'm not great at deception, but I'm gonna go for it.
Oh boy.
That's 2. It's not a troll botch.
Right.
May I help?
No, I think we have to have a consequence here.
Damn.
I think Bill eats shit in front of the whole audience, just tumbles off the trapeze, hits the ground, and then Trizzy runs over and just hits him with a pie, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And there's just a murmur goes to the audience. It's like, "What was? That's really avant-garde." I don't really understand what it represents. Is this a political commentary?
Do I take pie damage?
Just spiritually.
Okay.
Can I try to justify it as a political commentary with my knowledge of history?
If that's how you would open this, Cecilia, you're the only one who hasn't done anything. So
Yeah, I would like to go up and act like this is absolutely natural and be like, that was our performance of course, the taming of the Glorbanax. This was avant-garde, of course, but absolutely intentional. They also fell on their face and then were creamed by pies. Don't take that version of my language as fact. Don't search that on the internet, but just know that it did happen.
All right, you rolled a 22.
Yes.
Which I guess, yeah, I think what that represents is nobody wants to feel stupid, like they didn't get it. It's not that they genuinely enjoyed it, but they're just like, oh no, I get that. Yeah, I read about that. You don't get it? That's embarrassing for you. No one wants to be the one who doesn't get it. So they're tricking themselves into liking it.
Whew. I don't know what else to do other than, in my mind, I think Cecilia is like, I've been on stage before. I don't remember what I used to do. But, like, something's got to come to me. And in her mind, she's probably thinking, like, what's the funniest thing that, like, kind of, like, a goth person could be doing? And in my mind, it's just, like, cheesy stand-up. So I think I'm going to tie my hair back in a ponytail and just try to, like, George Carlin my way through this.
All right.
So, like, I want to go up and be like, hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Lisa, before I came on stage, told me to break a leg. I think I misheard her. And, like, raucous laughter. You can't stop me, Austin. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming the scene. But, like, I wanted to start off with some light material, but then eventually start moving into, like, kind of crowd work and kind of just be like, we have the clowns from Clown Space here. Whoever was naming all your stuff must have been taking a little too much thrill joy. This party was pretty cool before you showed up and did the ritualistic sacrifice. Not going to lie, but good people. And I don't know, just gonna go big on it.
All right. That definitely sounds like a persuasion as far as the charisma skills go. I think we're saving performance in case someone wants to tap dance later.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 9, so it's not a botch. It's not nothing like that. Just a 4 with my +5.
Yeah, with a 9, I think you start doing the crowd work, and the clowns do not like your topical humor that you're talking about their drug addiction. And so yeah, there's a pretty muted audience response there from them. I think some of your friends are trying to cheer you on, though. You like look out into the crowd and you can see, Bridget and Emma and Veltari and Ophelia and all those other characters are like trying to psych you up, but the clowns don't dig it.
Can I really try to play to them?
Sure.
I'm trying to think what would be like a good thing to do at that point. Because we already did persuasion, and you don't want to do perception or performance. This is like a weird one. Survival? Question mark?
Damn.
Like I'm trying not to die on stage.
Yep.
I mean, this is interesting because you were saying before, you've lived many lifetimes. You have some kind of vague memory of being on stage. I think you, looking out at the crowd, have this kind of deja vu feeling of some other distant stage, some other faceless crowd, and in that kind of vision, you're like, oh, this is the part where you bust out some little card trick, some kind of up close practical magic, and you go to do that and you're like, oh wait, my fucking arm exploded, my bones are dust, and then you kind of have to do something else. So I think that's an interesting like character beat.
Yeah. I guess we already did deception. I'm really trying to think of anything I can like slap in here. If we're making like TikToks, can I just start rattling off like facts? Like it starts becoming almost more of a TED Talk after a while. Like I've just lived a long life and learned a lot of things. And I'm just going to start like kind of talking about the religion of clown space.
I guess if you want to do a clown space explainer TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to try that. And beneath me, as Laura mentioned earlier, Temple Run is playing, so nobody's losing their attention.
Okay. There's the top 10 anime betrayals happening between every fact.
I rolled an 11.
All right, so that's above average, but still not spectacular. I think you're able to allay the clowns' feeling that you're talking shit about them, maybe, by sprinkling in some more complimentary tidbits, basically. They have this place called Clown Space, which is like their own territory and their unique proud culture that has inspired imitators all over the galaxy. That all clowning comes from them, and that they're like, yeah, it's true. No one gives us all the credit. No one appreciates us.
You're doing right-wing comedy where you basically just observe a thing and they're just like, oh yeah, that is us. We are great.
I'm really just like Larry the cabling guy. I don't know why I made that the verb, but I'm just going in like, y'all ever be telling a joke and someone doesn't laugh? That's crazy. You should eat them.
All right, is someone going to help Saint Cecilia? Bill Webb and Trizzy, you have been slightly saved.
I can always tap dance, but let's hear. Yeah.
I've been sitting on an idea. I've realized something.
Go for it.
I have proficiency with vehicles brackets space. Do any of these space clowns have like a space clown very tall unicycle or some kind of nonsense clown vehicle? Because I would like to use my proficiency to ride some kind of nonsense clown vehicle.
We have already established the big unicycle. There was actually a fatal accident earlier.
Yeah, I would like to ride the fatal accident space unicycle.
I think there's also clown cars, which are an established clown trope we haven't touched yet, of a little car many people can fit in. So, feel free to play in the space.
Because look, there are two things I'm thinking about, which is very small goblin on top of very big unicycle. Like, I'm just a little speck on the top. I feel like that could be pretty funny. My legs aren't quite long enough to hit the pedals, haha. I don't know how to make one small goblin inside of a clown car funny. I'm trying to think what I could do.
Well, let's roll and then we can see how you do.
Come on. 11! It's above average.
Yeah, wow. These rolls, they're not quite disastrous yet, but they're definitely not great.
We're treading water performance-wise.
Exactly. So Saint Cecilia was like, you ever notice that your nose be honking? And people were like, damn, that's true. And then Trizzy's unicycles past. And half the crowd's like, oh shit, look. Oh shit, what up? Trizzy.
Yeah. I'm too high up and too small to properly sell the exaggerated movements required for what the punchline was meant to be, which is, look at that goblin, those legs are not long enough to reach the unicycle pedals, oh, how silly. Instead, it's just, yeah, there goes a unicycle, cool.
All right, well, while this is happening, I guess I gotta, shoot my Hail Mary here and start tap dancing. That it's the only thing I can think to do.
Come on, crit.
And we've said this is performance, so here I go.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh my god, I can't believe this is coming down to a tap dancing duck.
It's 6. It's not good.
Oh no,
it's not good.
You haven't added on your bonus.
I don't have any.
Oh, I thought you had a plus. I thought you said you had +7.
No, for acrobatics. That was my acrobatics thing that I botched and ate shit. But no, the performance is just that, and it's a 6.
Can I try to help? I have a moderately better performance.
I think what happens here is because Saint Cecilia, you're trying to do your comedy thing. We've given everyone like basically 2 chances here. So I think at this point, this could be just the end. Like, oh, you didn't do a good enough job. But I think with only 1 botch and you did take a bunch of damage for that, the consequence we're going to go with here is that you need some help. And I think some of your friends from the ship come out and start dancing with you, Bill Webb, as if they're part of this situation. I think specifically Render, the illithid you saved last arc, Wallace, the big plant alien who looks kind of like a big starfish made out of plant material covered in spines, and also Ophelia, the big hippo woman from HR who you stole from in the first arc. These people come out as if they're part of the act and start dancing with you as well, which is going to give you all 1 more round, basically. If we're trying to do like rule of 3, everyone's had 2 shots.
This feels like the trial scene from Chrono Trigger, where some of our previous actions earlier in the game will decide whether or not we're guilty. Okay.
I've got another idea. Austin, I want to try and do my magic routine, but try and sell my teleportation as if it is something impressive, even though magic is a thing that exists in this world. And my logic here is I want to go with, like, either Arcana or History or something to be, like, building up a narrative that gets people, like, in the space and not thinking about the fact that we have magic and it's pretty common right now. Like, whipping up the backstory to why it's impressive that, I did a magic. Or, like, I've got these definitely magic-preventing handcuffs on, and, I'm trying to sell this as I don't have magic right now. I still did magic. How'd I do that?
All right, yeah. Arcana to try to make something magically impressive.
23!
Oh my.
All right, yeah, 23 is great. I think it's the biggest success of the show so far.
Okay.
Paint me that picture.
Okay, so I think the way I do this is, I'm going to use magical tinkering, where I can create a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice. So I'm going to make some magical... I'm thinking like a magical straitjacket or some magical handcuffs or something that makes it look like I'm trapped. And I'm going to start spinning up the net. And they will glow as well. They sort of glow very brightly. I have this sort of visual static around them. And I'm going to make a big show of... Now, my wonderful assistant Gronk here is going to place these magic-restricting handcuffs on me. As you can see, by the way they're glowing, I no longer have access to any of my magical abilities. I am locked down from magic. I cannot, do so much as a simple cantrip. And Gronk, my wonderful assistant, if you would... And Gronk holds up like a big blanket in front of me. At which point I'm going to use Misty Step to teleport to, ideally, like, somewhere behind the crowd, so that a spotlight can be turned to me and I'm like, ta-da!
Yeah. I mean, this all sounds very impressive. I think everyone claps. You have to remember also they are not... they've been in a party for 7 days. There are some levels of exhausted and high. They're probably much more open to being entertained than they would be.
If I was at a party, if I was like high several days into a party and someone told me they were wearing magic preventing wrist cuffs and then they teleported, I'd be fucking mind blown.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're very receptive to this. I think you're winning them back. We've had the 22 and now the 23, so 2 really good rolls so far.
I have an idea, but it's a bad one.
I mean, yeah.
I want to try sleight of hand, even though I roll it with disadvantage right now. I'm curious if the fact that I'm going to try to use a sleight of hand with like a broken arm, like, appeals to the audience in some way.
I mean, I definitely think it will be an incredible thing to pull off if you do it, but it does have disadvantage. You don't get advantage for doing the thing you have disadvantage on if you catch my drift.
No, I'm not trying to. This is me, like, just thinking, like, we could swing for the fences, or I could just try to roll something with, like, performance.
what is your bonuses for performance?
I have a +3 to performance.
It's not bad.
It's something.
It's more than I got.
I mean, I think it'll be way cooler to succeed with the thing you're bad at, but also if it fucks up, it fucks up. So
Yeah. Austin,
Yep.
be kind to me, please.
Uh-huh.
it's not me, it's the dice.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but Austin, you could look at any number and say, yeah, that's high enough. We need.
No, the audience knows my integrity.
So, everybody is like coming up and like adding to our routine. All of our friends are here. It's this big, powerful moment. In my mind, this is like our showstopper kind of moment, and like this is the Saturday Night Live, everyone kind of hugging each other kind of thing. I would like to go up to Lisa and give her a big hug, and while I'm there, try to thrift the vial from her.
Oh, okay. Oh man, this is a high stakes sleight of hand. I thought maybe you were just trying to make people think your thumb disconnected.
You gotta go big, right? I don't know. Like in my mind, I feel like this is a really bad idea, but I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck.
All right.
All right,
Am I
let's
doing
do it. Yeah, come on.
I rolled a 13 with disadvantage.
That's incredible. 13 and 15. I think a 15 would have just stone did it. I think like, oh, you get it, perfect. With a 13, I think there's going to be a complication here because you with above average have enough to, during a hug, just take a vial out of someone's pocket, someone who hasn't slept in a week. You know, that's not a thing. I think the complication here is like Lisa thinks you're trying to initiate some kind of dance thing, kind of sweeps you up, and now you can't get away with the vial. She is now part of the act. And is like, you know, dancing with you, bringing everyone together, and you know, you can't make a clean getaway yet. In fact, I think she, activates or motions to the big mechanical elephant. And now it's getting involved with this whole thing, like a Shamu situation. It's trying to scoop you up with its trunk, you and her. Do you want to just go along with this for now?
Yes, I think I do, because it is the easiest way to go about this, and also kind of something I want a little bit.
Okay, so this huge mechanical elephant, it's basically the size of an actual circus elephant, but it's made out of, space age steel and fiberglass, lowers its trunk down, Lisa steps onto it, pulls you along. You're probably wincing in pain, right? Because you just did a pretty deft maneuver with your shattered arm bone, and you're dancing across the elephant. The crowd is actually getting really into it now. This is a cool thing you two are doing. We're moving into some kind of finale position here. Bill Webb, what are you up to? Because Trizzy's teleporting around.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of look at the crew and make a motion like, is it time for me to hurt these people, or am I still tap dancing badly?
Trizzy tries to motion back to be like, no, we can still do this.
Okay. All right. Let me look at my dealies.
You could do backflips. That's an acrobatic thing. Start backflipping all over the room.
I can do acrobatics again if Austin's okay with it. Like if that's my second necker.
I would like athletics. I would like a different role.
Athletics.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I didn't realize you'd done acrobatics. I thought you did something else.
That was my big thing. Athletics is strength. I only get +1 for that, but that's what's happening now. It's time to backflip with Bill Webb.
It's time.
Yes! Yes!
Oh Christ!
Aren't you glad that you did backflips rather than starting to fight? Oh
yeah, I backflip so many times. There's a new world record.
Have you ever seen a duck do a backflip? Like that, their webbed feet are like pretty springy.
Yeah. So I'm in my mind, Bill does this so well that there aren't even any wing flappings. It's just like full on, just somehow able to do it with the full power of his duckly body.
I have bad news. Duck Backflip on YouTube returns drunk duck does parkour.
Okay.
So, this is what I'm watching. I really hope this duck is okay.
Well, now I have
I
to
need
watch
to
it.
see
You
it, though.
can't-
I need to see it.
Yeah, you can't say that in the middle of an episode without us running. Duck backflip? All right, backflip.
I really hope this duck is just drunk and doesn't have like a neurological
Drunk
condition.
duck does parkour backflip. Okay, it's only 30 seconds. I can watch it.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can't
God.
tell me there's a video with that name and not have me click it.
Duck backflips for real. Let's see this one. We're going down a fucking rabbit hole tonight, folks. I'm gonna learn all the coolest things ducks do.
No, but the duck backflip for real is like this one's alright. I don't think this one's worried.
Okay,
That's just this one's just
I'm
doing
watching
it.
this one now.
I say that it's not really a duck; it's a Canadian goose.
Laura out here, truth bombs. Yes, you fools who've fallen for
Yeah.
big duck's lies. These
There's
are
like-
geese.
Yeah,
That's close enough.
they're doing cool backflips though.
Yeah, so Bill Webb, you try to see if you can get the signal to start doing violence. Trizzy waves you off, and then you just start vaulting. You just start doing incredible, just floor routines. And everyone fucking loves it. You crit, so everyone, starts clapping, hooting, and hollering. I think your friends who came down to support you in the dance try to get involved, and I'm going to roll for them, but I'm not going to interrupt your crit. I just want to see if they're good or bad good, if that makes sense.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I
They're
also
amazing.
crit.
They're amazing.
Holy shit. All right, Ophelia,
Crushed it.
who is like a 6 foot tall hippopotamus woman, does just a flawless gymnastic routine. You have no idea just physically how it's possible. She just crushes it. 10 out of 10 from all of the judges. The big plant guy Wallace, who doesn't even seem to have the body parts necessary to do these kind of things, somehow does it. His whole entire body bends in ways you never imagined possible. I want to put a picture of these creatures. They're called Artuk, Aartuk. Just look at this fucking guy. He's crazy looking.
Oh my goodness, he looks so cool.
Mm.
Oh, I'm so glad he's our friend.
That whole face part, where it's a slightly lighter green, lifts off. You can see this in other art. And that's where their mouth is. It's like in there, and they have a big sticky tongue. It's wild.
Great.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this giant green starfish person, just their body opens up, and it's like some kind of body horror thing, but everyone loves it. Renders the illithid, uses psionic powers to float up off the ground, and just starts flying around inside the circus tent. Everyone's loving it. So yeah, we just 2 crits, 23, 22. This whole place is popping now. You're on top of the elephant, Cecilia. Maybe not even a roll. How do you picture this arc coming to an end?
I like to think that it is at first like a very like raucous, excited kind of dancing that Lisa's doing. But Saint Cecilia is going to slowly kind of put her will on to do like, my arm is broken, let's calm down, and like turn it into like a slow waltz. And there's just like this very kind of like weird energy going on. It's like really nice, but it's very strange because we're dancing on a robot elephant.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a very gentle kind of like wind down. As I said, like in my mind, this is almost like the end of an SNL episode where everyone's just kind of going about their own ways. They're starting to come up with dinner plans and stuff like that. Or, like, we're gonna go out for drinks. And like the clowns just kind of are like, all right, let's get out of here.
Oh, okay. So you know what's really interesting to me? I think that there is, an element where the clowns are like, "Oh, this is a pretty good party. It got weird in the middle, but it was a pretty nice finish. Do you all want to go out to like a space Waffle House after this?" Like that is like how you defeat them, by making them want to go to another location to do a different kind of partying. But you've taken this vial out of Lisa's pocket, and because you got a 13. You don't get it clean. I think she sees you trying to pocket it, and she says, "What's that again? Your friend said it gives you clown powers. What is it?"
Nothing to concern you with.
Come on, let me have it.
Actually, could you take me to the infirmary?
Okay. So, the elephant takes you to the elevator, you and Lisa, and then you're gonna go to see Dr. Joven.
Yeah. and just be like, you know, it didn't seem like it at first, but that was a pretty cool party.
I know. It was so much fun. You should have been there earlier. It was the whole week. Why'd you wait so long?
I just been very busy, you know, with all the news kind of going around. I have to stay on top of things. Duty calls and so forth.
It's so crazy that the duck killed Stefan the Magnificent.
Yep. No, nothing further than that. It was pretty crazy.
No regrets.
I mean, that dude did suck. I saw him eat a baby one time.
That doesn't seem very good. That's probably not the kind of person we want to have hanging around, so I'm very glad for that then.
But you know, he's the plug. You gotta have you need one in the group.
Do we? Do we really?
Well, I try to leave that life behind. You know, sometimes you get sucked back into the orbit of your old friends.
What was, you said you had a book club. I never got the chance to get around to it, but I would like to join. What are we reading?
Oh, we're gonna read, the goddamn you, Quinn. I have to make up a book. Oh, we're reading The Six Body Problem.
Oh, wow. It sounds very intelligent.
It's got so many more bodies than you think.
Wow. You know what? I think after I get to the clinic, I'm going to pick up a copy. And when are we meeting?
Oh, space days. Am I right? How many days are in a calendar in space?
I have no idea. But, Lisa, I do need to be honest with you about something. This vial that I kind of grabbed, was potentially going to be a lethal object.
Awkward silence. You get on the elevator, push the button. It doesn't go anywhere because Trizzy sabotaged it.
Yeah, I did do that.
I picked poor time for this.
Yeah. She looks, troubled by this, but you didn't let her take it, so that's good. I think she was hoping to try to finagle it away from you at some point, being like, "Oh, just let me take this strange pill at this party," as you do.
I believe the others were looking into it back when I was being considered for the big finale, and I think they had good intention in them, but we were doing everything in our power to try to make sure we didn't have to use this.
We didn't make it knowing it was gonna kill Lisa, and also, you're like, there were people's lives on the line at points.
What are you gonna do with it now?
Destroy it. We don't have a need for it.
I mean, I think that's a great, grand romantic gesture, right? It's like this is the only thing that can stop you because you're so powerful, and I'm destroying it. I think that's like, someone getting rid of their kryptonite to show they trust Superman in one of the many stories where Superman may be evil.
Yeah. Good old Superman. Just like me.
Just like you. I mean, what is the visual of this, right? So is it like you eventually get the elevator fixed and then you throw it out the airlock? Do you just throw it on the ground and stomp on it? Like, what is the most visually interesting way for you to destroy the antidote?
I feel like throwing out the airlock is a good idea, but I feel like going back to Dr. Joven and there's just some kind of device that like shoots like a billion mini lasers at this vial and just completely melts it into nothing. Like it just destroys it.
Medical incineration is a thing.
You get back to Med Bay and Dr. Joven is like upside down on the floor because she's a big table, and she ate all of those food items you got from the hostile oozes in the food area. And she's just like, "Tummy."
I am so sorry to bother you, Dr. Joven. I would love some quick medical attention, though, if you have a moment. It has been quite the day.
Ache.
Would you be able to provide some assistance for my arm? And do you need anything to help you kind of come down safely, Lisa?
I think we cut away from there because you get to medbay. Trizzy and Bill Webb to win the clown arc. Will you take the dirtbag clowns to Waffle House?
Oh hell yeah! I will take the clowns to Waffle House.
Bill grudgingly does this.
Look, Trizzy's going to take it as a challenge at this point to try and eat a stack of pancakes taller than herself.
Leon, on your character sheet on the top left, there's a box that says inspiration. We very rarely use this mechanic, but you can write a 1 in there because you used grudgingly correctly, and then later you can spend that inspiration to get advantage.
Austin, is this all I have to do? Do I have to just, like, accept that the common usage of words isn't allowed to be used and then I get inspiration?
Is this like a bugaboo for you, Austin, the correct usage of grudgingly?
Not really. I'm trolling. Doing.
Thank you. Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to know if there was any backstory, but I will take it anyway. Got it.
Austin, you're gonna have to keep. Asshole. Austin, I won't use grudgingly correctly, and you're gonna have to offer me more than one inspiration for it. Like if you raise the odds at some point, I'll say yes.
All right, now let's see if someone uses jealousy and envy correctly, because those are often misused, and then you get 2 inspirations. That's how we're going to do it.
I know what they are, but okay.
All right, well, Leon's going to rack up the inspiration.
Wait, for real? Oh, can I actually do this, or are you just messing with me?
All right, show everyone how smart you are.
Hold on. So one of them is when you wish you had something someone else had, and the other thing is you are worried about losing something that someone will take from you.
It's fine. When we do the away sessions, I'll just give myself inspiration. I can do that.
See, I love the differences in play styles, where Leon's like, yeah, I'm going to get 100 inspiration and I'll be completely invincible. And Quinn is like, can I use my broken arm to solve these problems? Can I slam my entire butt in the door?
If I thought it would solve something, I would have.
I'm like an old school gamer. I want the high score. Like I still play Pac-Man to this day because I want to keep beating my high score, man.
Aw.
That's how I am.
So Trizzy and Bill Webb, paint me the picture of you going to Space Waffle House here. You probably need to take one of the ships once one of the strike teams gets back. There's the octopus, the squid, the nautiloid, and the tully are the 4 runabouts, I think, in Deep Space Nine terminology.
I think Trizzy's going to use Expeditious Retreat to be running back and forth between all of the clowns as quickly as possible, to be like engaging with all of them, to be like, hey, oh that clown over there, yeah, they're really up for Space Waffle House. Oh yeah, no, that one's so jonesy for Space Waffle House. Just trying to network the whole, basically trying to be a sheepdog, but for like getting the party in a direction. Yeah.
I eat waffles, and if anyone tries to take my waffles, then the fight will begin.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I want to. This is like instead of the big blowout boss fight for the highest possible stakes, you just have like a fucking drunk Waffle House fight with a clown here. What do you want to roll? Do you want to just do this like a normal combat, or just do a skill check?
I want a strength check to keep my waffle because they're trying to take it. So shouldn't that be a strength check?
I think so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I don't know why I advocated for that when I have bad strength, but
13 from the clown.
I feel like that was a poor idea on my part. 6.
Yeah,
use your inspiration now.
No,
don't save it. It's like an RPG. You can't save it till the end.
I'm not wasting it. No.
Okay.
Yeah, the clown's like, that one is chocolate chips.
You have 3 of them. Use one of them.
I'm waiting for the final boss.
Yeah, the clowns start taking all your waffles.
I'm very upset about this. But I decide not to make too much of a scene, so as not to ruin the quest.
Can I do a Constitution saving throw to try and eat a stack of waffles bigger than me?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Most important roll of the arc.
Yes.
17.
You crush it, yes.
It seems physically impossible, the amount of waffles I eat. And it's not even just that. Like, I finish them and I'm like, I could go for some ice cream.
I want to abuse my authority as a police officer right now. I want to go to the cooks and managers and just kind of show them my badge, like subtly, as they prepare the bill.
Yeah, I mean the bill. Yeah, you don't have any authority over anyone here because you're like the security officer on a diplomatic ship. You're not.
Yeah, but they just see a badge. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I want to do deception for this to be free.
Sure, you're all deception.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, someone else is paying for it anyway. I just thought it'd be helpful.
Yeah, I think this astral diner is being run by space elves, which are a real thing in Spelljammer. Okay. They're like very ethereal, like wayfish elves, and they just look down their nose at you, just be like, "Where's your sapient life form, animal? What are you doing?"
Wow, harsh.
Really haughty for the crew of Space Waffle House.
Yeah, what the
hell? Well, Space Waffle House is actually considered gourmet in some corners of the universe.
Is this like a Demolition Man Taco Bell thing?
I wish. That should be. I would have rewritten all of this. We'd all be having VR sex instead of whatever we're doing now.
Jesus.
I remember 2 plot points from
that's fair. Sandra Bullock has VR sex at some point in that movie. That's fair. Mm-hmm. She does. All right. So I have nothing further at this Waffle House.
Oh, Leon, you don't understand. There's always more.
I don't know what to do.
There's always more ruckus at the Waffle House. Someone is in your armor, Trizzy, and has like turned on the boosters and is just flying around the restaurant causing a scene and gonna get you all kicked out.
Okay, what do I need to roll to be like? Is there a button I can hit on it to like shut it down?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think you should be able to do that pretty easily because you know everything about it. It's the armor is your whole character essentially. So, whatever you think would be best here.
There is a very well concealed small lever on the armor suit, which is like in case of emergency, pull to just eject the person out of the suit. Mm-hmm. And I think that Trizzy is just gonna like wait. Launch at the suit and try and pull this very little lever to just sort of catapult the person out.
All right, sleight of hand with advantage. And also we're establishing that it has an ejector seat, which I don't know if that's going to come up again, but if it does,
yeah. But
what a payoff.
I've not told you where it is, so good luck with that. Told you it's very well hidden. Can the DM find it? Who knows? 21 and a 20. So 21 will do.
Perfect. Yeah, you can jump up, hit the switch, launch this clown right into the trash can, and then effortlessly, like in Grand Theft Auto, when you just jump in through the window and you're already driving the car, you do that into your own suit.
Austin, I don't know where you're picturing this lever being. It's not there.
Oh no! I've just got owned. Oh fuck! So yeah, these clowns are pretty, tired from all the partying. They're winding down. I think one of them says to you, Bill Webb, like, everything was going great until you started kicking dip at people. I don't know why you had to escalate things.
I was trying to de-escalate things by killing someone. That's what I was told to do at Police Academy.
Oh no! Wait, Police Academy? Yeah, I thought you've been sapient for 2 years. When did you have time to go to an academy?
Dude, I'm sorry, but if we're using Police Academy in the U.S. version, that does not take very long.
I was gonna say that's like a weekend course.
Yeah, it literally takes a few months.
Oh no, the Police Academy movie lied to me.
No, it's not like a 4-year degree, dude.
All right, so are you going to reflect on this at all, or are you just like, no, that's what I'm supposed to do?
No. Bill is going to stay quite neutral in this and say, no, that seemed to be the thing to do at the time, and things worked out. Therefore, it was fine to do it. I've decided.
Can I get perception checks from the crew in this the Space
sure.
Waffle House?
Sure.
Which is legally distinct from Waffle House Corporation, of course.
Okay.
7.
All right. 15, Bill Webb, while you're talking to this clown and saying, actually, this is what I was taught to do, so I'm going to stick with my strategy. You notice one of the clowns is attempting to sneak behind the counter and steal from the till while the person who's normally, monitoring the cash register is off pouring some coffee for someone else.
Okay. Wait, who do I notice stealing from the till?
Just a clown, one of the space clowns.
Just a clown. Shit. All right, I have to think. Okay, so technically Bill does not... We've established Bill has no jurisdiction in this Waffle House. And only only on the Resubian. And those elves were rude to me. Bill's going to look the other way.
All right.
Yeah.
Can't the clowns?
Yeah.
The clowns steal some money. They all gather up and they're like, "All right, we're gonna actually head out and hit another party before before our high wears off. So thanks for nothing, chuckle fucks." The clowns all like roll out laughing and backslapping, off to continue causing mayhem.
Love it.
As long as it's not our problem.
Yeah. We won. We won the quest.
Do you say that to Trizzy?
No. I'm speaking as Leon.
I'm curious. Yeah. So you two are going to get back on the the runabout and get back to the Resubian. What is that like with you two? What do you talk like? What's your inner character moments?
Trizzy is noticeably calmer than she has been for the last episode and a half. She's no longer quite so vibrating with gotta do this, gotta fix it, gotta go. And just sort of is taking some nice deep breaths.
Bill says, of all of the creatures I have experienced since gaining human level intelligence, I have to say, I hate the clowns the most. I never want to see another one. They are obnoxious. I hate their red noses. I just not trying to be a racist against clowns, but I hate their culture too. And I hope we don't run into them again.
Trizzy responds, I get it. I get you. I am a very introverted person. You're all right. You're all right. I've gotten used to you. People generally, as a rule of thumb, not always my thing. You might have noticed, and they were very people-y. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that I think any of the stuff that they had going on was good, but I also am not going to be too... how do I put this? I have some empathy for people whose behavior isn't always entirely in their control because of factors, that they might not be able to control, and it seems rough. I can acknowledge that while also going, I do not want to be around them there a bit much.
I recognize that, but I also think that unicycles should be illegal.
Oh no, I agree. They didn't even like it when I tried to reach the pedals but couldn't reach the pedals. They have no sense of humor.
I only killed one of them when they completely freaked out.
I mean, they killed at least one. They were going to kill at least one person. I think it's probably fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that up in the report.
Yeah, I feel bad for Lisa. I get that it can't be easy trying to keep stuff together and then suddenly you're all over the place.
All right, back on the Resubian. Quinn, paint me the picture of what St. Cecilia is doing. You and Lisa have got medical attention. Your arm's been set, so it's not, in a dire need or anything. But she is still dealing with a chemical dependency, which is not going to go away immediately. You haven't fixed everything.
Yeah. So I guess while I'm in the infirmary, I want to sort of ask, like, what would be like the best thing to use to help kind of come down from thrill joy?
I guess you gotta kind of wean off with like decreasingly funny jokes. You start off with like bangers, like that gold star stand up stuff, and then you get down to like YouTube sketch comedy, and then it's kind of just like people pointing out like airline food stuff.
Do you have to pick like a comedian that's had like a 20-year career and start with their good stuff and just force you to watch every special in order? Just one after another.
Yeah, as they lose touch with normal people and their observations. Yeah. And it's just like, you ever notice when your limo driver won't stop talking?
Yeah, this comedian was pretty funny. Then they get very problematic. So we're going to skip those later ones. I guess I'm going to try to come up with some, like, in my mind, hilarious jokes. Like, remember that point where I really didn't know what to say when I was on stage? I was kind of vamping there.
Oh, Jesus.
That was really good, though.
And just, like, stuff of that level, while also kind of being like, I don't think you should be alone tonight, so why don't you, like, stay at my place? And you can just take the bed.
Okay, that's not a joke. That's just a thing you're saying.
Yeah.
She's
that
like,
would be a weird joke. So like, waka waka. I have no bed. I sleep in a coffin.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going that in the vampire direction or if that was just a observation about the situation.
I only have so many vampire puns on me at this point, Austin. I can't use all my good material now, and I already did. So I have nothing. I'm a fraud.
Yeah, wait, yeah. You better not be holding out on me. You have a note card with a bunch of really just incredible bangers on it, and you're just like, no, Austin doesn't deserve these.
I'm like looking at it like, vampire goes to blood bank, make a withdrawal. No, Yorsky doesn't deserve this one. I'm going to keep this in my pocket.
Yeah, I think you rolled well enough that I'm not going to make you roll again. I think if this is the direction you want this to be going in, because Lisa does want someone to help her and going forward, and so if you want to be that person, that can definitely be where we go. And if you want to like go to her book club and stuff, I think that works.
Like ideally, what I want to do is like, eventually like find other people that I think would want to go to the book club and convince them. Like, I feel like Render's pretty smart. I know nothing about them, but I'm just assuming they got like big brain power, so they're probably smart. And like other people like that, and try to get them. But I also want to, I guess, space email or eventually just meet up with Bill Webb at some point and ask if I could take sort of responsibility for Lisa's recovery. And like hold off on like severe punishments as a result.
Yeah, I think actually I want the whole team to meet back up and to kind of decompress about everything that's happened here. Does anybody have an idea what the context of that is like? Do you have a mini golf league or something? What do you all do to hang out together?
Oh wow!
Are we? I was gonna say we had to clean up the party, but
it just occurred to me, like, are we friends or coworkers? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like we're friends. I don't know if that's necessarily reciprocated.
I think that Trizzy views the two of you as the closest she's got to friends. You're the two people that she would choose to spend time with if she was going to spend time with people.
No, that's fair. I was just thinking about this in Star Trek terms, because, like, for example, the Doctor in Voyager, I would say that he's friends with Seven and like Kess and a few other people, and he has various relationships with other characters, but he and Chakotay are not friends. They do not. There is not a single scene in that show where they hang out. So that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, are we pals like Harry and Tom? That would make for a better show. Let's say we're pals.
Yeah, I think this is a great point to establish it, because you've been through some stuff. Mm-hmm. Can be some trauma bonding.
Yeah.
But if there was any distance, I think now is a great time to start bridging that.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to set it in? Are you all cleaning up the party? Are you all got trash bags and like those poke and sticks to pick up the red solo cups? Is that the setting for this conversation?
Sure. I have a big orange vest on.
I love it. I think Cecilia is going to, when she sees the other ones, the other ones, her crewmates, she is going to kind of like ask, like, would it be inappropriate if I hugged you? We've just been through quite a lot, and I am extraordinarily grateful for your assistance because I feel like if it had been up to me, things would have gone very poorly there.
We can do a hug, but like if I give you a double tap, that means I need the hug to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. I can make it real quick hug, in and out.
Yeah.
Bill offers one wing.
Aw, we're friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how was Space Waffle House?
I ate a stack of waffles bigger than myself, and I ejected someone out of my suit.
I lost
It's pretty good.
I lost one of my waffles in a test of strength. And then, now that we're friends, Bill feels like he can confide. And then Andy sort of like looks around. One of the clowns stole from the till, but I was like, "Fuck those elves."
Wow, this is like a moment where you find out one of your friends might be problematic.
Yeah, I'm a cop on this ship. I'm not allowed to arrest anyone out there anyway. So like this, I have to remain neutral.
Those space clowns are quite a bad influence.
Yeah, I don't like them.
To that degree, I'm trying to think what if I would call you like Constable Webb or like Bill. Like I wonder how friendly we are.
At this point, you can call him Bill.
Bill, I wanted to talk about Lisa, and obviously there, being some kind of ramification for the part that she played in all of this.
I haven't finished writing up my report.
If I could ask a favor, I want to try to help her get over her problem, and I would like to take responsibility for her recovery.
So long as you are officially responsible for this person, then yeah, okay, I can put that in there.
Bill Webb, you are the greatest. There has never been a better duck than you, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
I am just okay, but thank you.
Now geese. Now that's a different story. I've seen
didn't
They
do
can
that.
backflip.
I have different foul rankings depending on the avian, so I gotta figure it out.
Oh, it's this foul rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a couple more convos in here. I know I want some Trizzy content because I couldn't plan that far ahead, so I don't have anything I'm trying to get to. I'm just curious what you all have to say.
I want to do investigation into the trash. I want to see if there's anything valuable that the clowns left behind.
Yeah, I think 16 is good enough to find something. The thing that comes to mind is like someone left some bozo flour behind, and it's like if you want to have like a backup clown mode, if you ever want to go super clown Saiyan at some point, that's an option. I don't know if any of you would do that, but that's the thing that comes to mind.
Or use it against someone somehow. Let me think. Yeah, I'm taking the flour. Just in case. I'm taking the bozo flower.
Interesting.
Cecilia wants to turn to Trizzy and say, Trizzy, I have a question for you. You would probably know more than anybody else, but like, who built this ship?
Well, I mean, a lot of people built this ship. It's not a ship this size isn't a one-person deal, but I was on the team that was working on it. There was a lot of engineers from back in Seoul. Most of them didn't stick around to be on the ship. That's not usually how engineering jobs work, but like a lot of it was just like career engineers, the kind that it was a big project and it needed doing quickly, and that was an exciting challenge for people.
Is this normally the kind of way these sorts of ships are constructed, or is the Razubian special in any way?
I mean, they're not usually constructed with this many ice cream machines. It's usually less of a corporate sponsored affair. But I mean, other than that, it was fairly standard. It was designed for like being big enough that we could all sort of live on here and be fairly self-sufficient. But you know, you scale up a ship, it functions basically the same way but big.
See, this is an interesting thing. Is this will be 12 episodes into the release?
Yeah.
But if everything, so we haven't recorded any of these. But if things go to plan, Mari might be doing the intros, and she is like some kind of ship AI that is like made by the ice cream people. And so when maybe I'll cut this out, but when Saint Cecilia asks, "Is there anything unusual with the ship?" So like, does Trizzy know that there's like an ice cream AI? Is she keeping that secret, or is that just something that you don't think's worth mentioning?
I'm going to commit to a thing here, and I'm going to say I think that Trizzy is aware that there is some kind of ship AI. I think that Trizzy became aware of this at some point in trying to understand what went on with her and the engine and her whole deal with the ship. Ruled it out as the cause of what she's dealing with, but also is like, hey, people hear the ship has a secret AI, people panic and assume like, oh, it's gonna go HAL 3000 and like lock all the doors and vent us out the airlocks or something. I think Trizzy's maybe like aware of it enough to be like, I'm gonna find out what's going on here, but not so much to have a firm answer.
Okay, so this is a deliberate choice when you're asked if there's anything unusual about the ship, just not to bring it up, not because you're being like, sinister. No. You're just like, I don't want to get into it.
I don't know if it's I don't want to get into it, but it's maybe a case of like, I don't want to. I want to give this AI time to work out what its deal is before I go telling people that this ship has an AI in case people go, wait, it's not supposed to, what's going on, and wipe it. Give it some space to be whatever it is.
Saint Cecilia is going to say like, oh, thank you. I was just curious. This is pretty magnificent ship, excluding all of the ice cream. It really, I wonder how much of the ship is just making the ice cream.
Around 8%.
That seems like a lot of the ship.
Yeah,
that is a lot of the ship.
No, trust me. I know it's a lot of the ship. As someone that works on the engines and like power management, it's a lot of the ship. But when that 8% is what paid for the ship happening, you just gotta roll with it.
Can we turn the ice cream machines off? Would that help out the ship's stability?
Look. I am fully on board with that plan, but you realize how quickly people get used to the convenience of there being an ice cream machine everywhere. I tried turning some of them off to increase ship efficiency. My entire suggestion box was filled in 3 minutes with people going, I couldn't use the ice cream machine in my shower cubicle. Why wasn't it working? My bedside ice cream machine isn't working. When are you going to fix it? I tried to fix the ice cream machine behind the other ice cream machine in the dining hall. Why is the secret second behind the ice cream machine not working? Everyone gets real dependent on the convenience of on-hand ice cream.
You say that, and I kind of agree. I do enjoy a good shower ice cream. I'm not going to lie.
Right, you could just walk down the hall and get an ice cream, but you could also get one from, that ice cream machine that's up above the ceiling tiles, that's you just go up that one ceiling tile and there it is.
It's like a video game with hidden ice cream machines all throughout the station.
Yeah, if you get an achievement if you find all 100 hidden ice cream machines.
Oh my gosh, I wanna do it. Is there they do pub crawls where you get a list to check off? There's a list of all the ice cream machines to check off.
We literally had a downtime scene in the away missions about a pub crawl of the ice cream machines.
I would like to go on one of those. It sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Who knows what ice cream machines I am missing?
Well, I mean, this is the other reason that, we can't, people complain if we turn them off, is, I don't know if you've noticed, but, 70-80% of them have, a unique flavor that's just in that one machine, and, people complain if you turn off the one machine that has bubblegum.
I would be furious if someone turned off the bubblegum machine. I would rip someone's throat out in an hour.
As this ice cream machine conversation is winding down, you all get a psychic message from the captain who says,
Engineer Trizzy, Communication Officer Cecilia, and Security Officer Bill Webb, congratulations on your successful mission. Your presence is requested at Andre's place, the diner, located on Deck F.
Andre's place? I wonder why we're needed at Andre's. I assume the captain themselves would want the debrief.
I mean, maybe someone turned off... Did someone turn the ice cream machine off in Andre's? Everyone complains when the ice cream machines get turned off. Look, I just want to turn, one off to get, a tiny bit more engine power.
That's the Moose Tracks ice cream machine. We cannot let that happen.
There's an emergency at the diner. Dun 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 dun.
so you all head up to Andre's place, and as you approach, you notice an eerie quiet. Usually Andre's place has a background radiation of noise, clinking and, talking and just the sounds of activity. But as you're approaching, there's just, it's silent in a way that is unusual and noteworthy.
Can I do an investigation check? Why is it so quiet?
Sure.
I want to do that too.
This is unnerving.
Why not?
Yeah.
I rolled a 2. Are we still troll botching?
Absolutely.
Fuck, I hate the troll bots.
18.
8.
So the party fails and we have a troll botch. So you all walk into an ambush. You're completely unprepared as you just blunder into Andre's place and smack dab into a surprise party in your honor.
Oh, this is a fun botch.
Trizzy just had to deal with being in a party, a thing she finds very hard, and now her reward is more party. This is a lot.
The thing is, it is a deliberately comedically low-key party to contrast with the one you saved everyone from.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, Render, Andre, Dr. Joven, Wallace, probably Lisa as well, Bridget, Emma, and off-screen Barry, and Ophelia as well. I'm looking at the list of characters. Everyone who's at the big clown fracas is here, and they all are very thankful for you saving them and not having their blood be drained for thrill joy. And so they've gotten a tasteful little get together here. There's no pumping music. There's no big, fireworks spectacles. But everyone is welcoming you and be like, hey, thanks. we really were in trouble and you came through. So we don't say it enough, but this is just different people expressing the sentiment to you, saying, we haven't really thanked security. It's a little thanking the bus driver, but it feels like something that needs to be said.
This is so sweet. I'm actually a little touched. This is a nice thing.
Mm-hmm. Andre already has a blood malt for you as you walk in and slides it across the bar and says, I hear you're a hero now.
I would not say that. I think I would have failed catastrophically if not for everybody here kind of coming up on stage and rallying us.
Emma, the giant space worm janitor, says to Trizzy, I saw you teleport around. It was really cool. That's my favorite of the... Everyone keeps talking about the elephant dance, but I thought the teleporting was actually cooler because your magic was turned off and you still did it.
Oh, yeah, my magic was very turned off, and I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Lisa, the clown, walks up to Bill Webb and says, I forgive you for kicking dip all over me. I realized I wasn't myself. I probably deserved it. So if that's... Let's just clear the air. Vis-a-vis dip.
Why don't we call a truce dipwise?
Okay, a dip armistice.
Yeah.
I'll miss dips.
Oh, nailed it.
All right. Is there anything you all want to do here? All the characters we basically, except for the captain who is confined to a big tank full of brine on the bridge, are here. I guess Dot is also confined to quarters.
Any amphibians for Bill to eat?
Yeah, there's a big bowl. You know, like they have the beer, like beer nuts. There's instead mixed amphibians.
Yeah. Yep. Bill does. Bill does that.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Wallace also eats amphibians. Scrambles up onto a seat and opens up his head and has this weird sticky tongue that comes out.
All right.
I'm honestly just extremely into the Artuk. I don't know. I didn't realize this is now becoming a thing, but they're incredible.
All right.
I'm gonna do a roll very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
6 on insight. Trizzy still has no idea that the space janitor is trying to be friendly.
Yeah, she's like complimenting you incessantly, and you're like, "Oh, I thought I did okay." But
Yeah. Look, I gave it a chance, and the dice said no. Trizzy is oblivious.
yeah. At some point, Ophelia, the GIF, who's head of HR, comes over and says, "So, Bill, I was reading your report, and you seem to really downplay the murdering a person part."
That was in defense of the ship and myself and the crew and my immediate party. Under this, and I quote some laws. Let's just assume that Bill knows them, having gone through that weekend of police academy.
Yeah.
This was not a murder. This was what the opposite of that. It was a clean kill under the circumstances.
I'm pretty sure the opposite of a murder is a birth, and I don't think you did that, but I take your point.
I birthed the heck out of that clown.
Oh no! Ophelia says, "Well, we are flying smack dab through a galactic civil war, so I don't think anyone's going to give us a hard time about one clown biting the dust. I think he actually was a pretty bad dude. As far as I can tell, there's some warrants out in a couple systems for this Stefan, so..."
Yeah, so that makes it morally right.
Oh no. I think it's an HR issue that if we let that slide. I'm going to say everyone needs to go to some kind of training for this. I don't know. I'll have to make it up. It's not exactly a unicycle neck-breaking incidents are not covered in the manual.
Okay.
If there were warrants out for his arrest, do we get any money, like a bounty?
Oh shit.
That's a great question. I think maybe that'd be Bill Webb's downtime might involve that if we talk about that.
All right.
But yeah, she says, the clowns cause a lot of problems here in the far realm. So I don't think it's going to blow back on the Rezubian, this whole incident. But in the future, to be mindful of who we're killing and what consequences that will have politically.
I will think about all of the political ramifications right before I kill someone next.
Austin, it's great hearing you talk about how it's important to think about the political ramifications of who D&D characters kill. I love that for you.
It sure is. I may have decapitated the diplomat on the other side.
Okay.
I mean, this is actually interesting to talk about because literally the Rezubian's mission is to create peace among the Illithids. Your captain is an Illithid. We talked about how the Velvet Fox is an Illithid initiative. But from a PR angle, pretty much everyone else is,
expendable?
Not expendable. The optics are different, I guess is what I would say.
Lower priority sentient creatures. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that any of this is right or wrong. I'm saying this is how people in the setting are thinking of it.
Fantastic. No, I'm interested in it. That is kind of cool. Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. So right now it's like, the space clowns are kind of pariahs anyway, so no one's gonna get on your ass about it. But it's something to think about because you are representing Illithid interests in the space. So.
Okay.
In fact, Ophelia tells you, the Rezubian's main mission to spread the body cloning technology to Illithids who want to take their body peacefully and to take on refugees onto the Generation class ship has been, kind of sidelined for you all while you've been taking care of parties and kidnappings. But it's time to get back to what we're here to do. The strike team the strike teams have been going out and protecting diplomats and saving people from space stations. But what we need to do is meet up with some illithids who need our help and give them the technology that we have on board. Are you all ready for that?
Okay.
Yeah, we can handle that.
Absolutely.
So the next downtime is going to take place during basically a protracted exchange with a fleet of ships which are fleeing from a mind flayer planet. Basically 36 ships in a flotilla are coming to meet the Rezubian, and it's going to take a couple days for you to move the technology over to these various ships, because the spell that's needed, Clone, in 5e, it's an already existing spell where you create an inert duplicate of a living body, and then you can give it to the tadpoles, and then also the technology to make the brain matter. So that those are like things that that you need to give to these people on their ships, and so you're going to a big meetup with 36 alien ships.
Aww, it's like a parade.
Or I felt like it would sound like an armada, but okay. I'm worried.
Can it be a parade?
It's a high security thing. That's why Ophelia is saying, like, Security Officer Bill Webb. We have a lot of security concerns. There's a lot of exits to cover, a lot of ingress, a lot of egress. Do you want to go
Sure.
do you want to go over these plans? What are you thinking?
What is? Sorry. Say it again. What is this space armada again? That's coming to.
Yeah, there are 36 ships fleeing from a planet, a mind flayer planet, which is to say hostile aliens, like in the Civil War.
Oh,
The
okay.
mind flayer and the illithid are the two sides.
Oh,
But
these are the guys who like being called that because they're into it.
yeah, so the
Got it.
36 ships you're meeting are fleeing from that planet, and they want the technology to make bodies that they can take over because their life cycle demands a humanoid host to put their tadpoles in. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to give out this technology, but also being surrounded by 36 advanced warships is not a small thing. And there's a lot of concerns. There are people out here, there are pirates, there are saboteurs, there are literally military fleets. There's a lot of things to be concerned about. And Ophelia is running it by you primarily because of your security, but there are also communication and engineering concerns. How are you getting the the stuff around? Who's talking to who? There's a lot of languages involved. So,
All right, but but we don't entirely trust this, is what we're saying.
well, that's the question. Presumably you want to start from a place of trust, but you also don't want to be naive and foolhardy. Like we don't.
Well, how about instead of 36 of these ships coming to see us, like one of them does? So that just in case, like, I don't know, there isn't some sort of huge betrayal that we're not 36-1 outmanned here. Is that a reasonable concern to have? I think.
Considering that ships can teleport in this setting, I think it can easily become 36-1, despite
Right.
your protestations. But
Right.
it's not a
I
bad
forgot the
thought.
science.
Yeah.
And we have nobody else out here. We're lost in space. So we can't just call for oh shit.
Is there like any kind of like representative for their fleet that we can like talk to first and like try to like create some kind of ground network of like logistics for how this is going to happen?
Some sort of non-decapitated diplomat.
Yeah, there's an admiral of the fleet that you will be interfacing with. Basically, during the downtime, we'll have some activities. There will be this exchange when the Rezubian pulls up alongside the Armada, and we'll do downtime leading into the next arc. And at that point, you all can talk to the admiral in charge. So yes, that character will be making an appearance next episode.
His name Admiral Cushions.
Admiral Grice, if you would like to know.
Okay.
I think Trizzy would be preparing by trying to get as much automation set up as possible so that, like, as little time as possible needs to be wasted, like, walking back and forth to go grab things, and stuff can just be sort of constantly moving towards the docking bay, ready to sort of ship and ship and ship.
I want there to be a program on the ship that I can lock everything down by saying it. That's what I want to do. Yeah, because like in my mind, I'm trying to like. I realize this is not Star Trek, but like that's my frame of reference. So like when there's like a bad guy, they're like, okay, set up a security force fields on from this deck to this deck, and then the guy is trapped. I want to try to figure out how to try to do something like that. I don't know how I would do that in the computer.
Yeah, I like this. Can I actually get Trizzy and Bill to work on this? Because this is a engineering and a security issue. It feels like you both can get some other kind of role for
Okay.
this. Let me look at my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say
Clearly, this is one of the things that's my +7. This is so acrobatic and sleight of hand and.
I think for Trizzy, it's going to be your engineering, so you're going to have proficiency, and I think for Bill Webb, it's survival because it's about cutting off escape routes and understanding how to funnel and protect. So 2 different roles.
Crit 22.
All right, so this is a success, and we have a crit, so this is going to work exactly like you want it. You can shut down sectors of the ship individually and quarantine them. You get some laser grids and stuff.
Yes.
I think this is like in Funk, we have a tradition is that you need to activate something with a single word. That word is pineapple. So this is the pineapple protocol to activate the shutdown, and that will do exactly what you want.
Nice. Okay.
Can I ask if Lisa would be able to be like my assistant during all this, like to help like me coordinate communications with all these ships? Like mostly as a way to kind of make sure she's not alone while this is happening, but also just like, it'd be fun to get the co-work together.
Mm-hmm. I think she's interested. She's the morale officer, and you want to create inter-ship morale with the other ships somehow. How are you picturing this? I guess we can roll for this as well.
What would illithids find funny?
Maybe history.
Oh, I like history. Yeah. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, great. That's what I want for this to succeed. So why don't you tell me what your initiative is for creating morale and communication with the Grace's fleet?
So I imagine that I am like sort of the middle person in all this. Like everything's kind of getting funneled through me as I'm sort of making the communications, and there's language barriers that are being tackled and things like that. But Lisa is sort of my assistant who is taking these responses in and kind of sending responses back, and she like peppers in like little like funny anecdotes into all the emails, like a little nugget to like really brighten your day when you get it. Like it's really lifting up what is otherwise a pretty mundane and awful part of doing a job.
Oh, I thought of I thought of a joke for illithids, and I have to share it because it's in my head and I need to share it now. I heard a rumor that they're getting better at seasoning the imitation grey matter, but like it's a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. I was like, if I don't say it now, I'm gonna forget it.
Can we like all get together for like a big cheers though to our successful mission? Like call everybody together and do like a toast? Because I like to imagine this is like kind of like a fancy affair. And there's like, like good glasses and stuff like that. And someone should like lead a toast.
Yeah. I mean, I think it should be one of you. Don't you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You said it, so now you have to do it.
Okay. This was a resounding success. I feel like everybody involved did such incredible work. I feel we have grown tremendously closer as a crew. I don't think there's anything stopping us. We are a united front now. This was good team. Velvet Foxes, everybody. Want to get in on 3? Come on. Everyone put your hand in. Or if you are Wallace, you're a spiky tendril. Everyone put one in, and we like big cheer, for everybody's great work.
Yeah, tendrils, arms, feathered worm body. Everybody's getting an appendage in there.
There's like 7 of Emma's arms in there.
Yeah.
Every one of them is trying to touch one of Trizzy's hands.
On 3, velvet foxes. 1, 2, 3, velvet foxes.
Quack.
Do you remember the way the engine sighed?